Hello, Nancy here, and today I want to briefly teach you about Entrelac. Entrelac is triangles and squares, and when you look at your work, people actually think you've woven the fabric together, and you haven't. It's all done by picking up stitches along the way and knitting two together to get rid of stitches. The initial setup, which I did, it would have taken just too long, was a matter of setting up these triangles at the bottom. You begin with triangles, you end with triangles, and you have to incorporate triangles on the side so you have a square, otherwise you'd have these little pokey triangles. Now this is worked back and forth. There's a lot of patterns that are knit in the round, so then you don't have the issue quite as much of going back and forth. It's the same, but it's a little different. So what we're going to do is I've already done one triangle, and my pattern is telling me to pick up 7 stitches. And this is kind of fun to do. So I want you to see, I put this pin here so that I always know it's my right side. When you're doing Entrelac, I always like to tell people, especially if you're new to it, just kind of pay attention to what you're doing. You know, you probably don't want a lot of distractions just till you get the hang of it. But what we're going to do is we're going to pick up 7 stitches down this left side edge, which is exactly what the pattern's telling me to do. So let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to squeeze 7 in there. Okay, so we're going to put 1 right here. Here's 1. Let's go 2, 3. Okay. And I think I can get 4. 5, yeah, it's going to work out perfectly. 6, okay, I think I'll get one right down in there. 7, okay. So now here's all my stitches that are picked up. Okay, so now my pattern is going to tell me to turn my work. Okay, and now I'm going to knit 7. Okay. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it's up 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, and that says turn. Okay, so now it's going to tell me to knit 6, then knit 2 together. They're really, I don't want to call them short rows, but they kind of are. I mean, you're doing little portions, these little triangles, and you're turning before you complete a whole row. It's one of those mind-boggling things. And I'm seeing a lot of Entrelac. It's getting popular. A lot of people can use, I've got 2 colors going here. A lot of times you can do variegated. You can use this and make it stockinette. And then what's really cool is you can actually knit backwards. I've got a video on that. And that's kind of neat. And it speeds it up so you don't have to go back and forth and turn so much. Okay, so we've knit 6. Now we're going to knit 2 together. So that's this last pickup. And then the first live stitch of the pink. Okay, so we're going to knit 2 together. Okay, all right, now we're going to turn, and now we're going to knit 7 again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and turn. Do a lot of turning here. Okay, now knit 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to knit together the green and the pink. Okay, all right. Okay, now we're going to knit 7. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, and turn. Okay. And you you've guessed it, we're going to knit 6 and knit 2 together. 5, 6, okay, there you go. This green, that, you see how we're using up these stitches here? Okay, guess what? We turn. It's one of these things that you do what the pattern tells you to do. Just go with it. If you think about it too much, you're going to get screwed up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we're going to turn. Okay. 1, 2, I get some yarn. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Knit 2 together. Okay. Only got a few more to go, and then that square is going to be done. This really does go fast. I'm not sure why it does, but I think you're just doing something different all the time. 3, 5. We'll check here. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. And you know what I'm going to say now. You're going to knit 6 and knit 2 together. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do it one more time here. Back and forth we go. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then we're going to turn. Okay. 1. Oh, for heaven's sakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to knit the last live stitch. Okay. Knit together with the last green. Now at this point, what we would do is the same thing we did before. We would pick up the 7 stitches here, do the same exact process, and then when we'd use up all those stitches, we would have to build a triangle, like we did right here, and then guess what? We would turn it and then start filling in these triangles, so you would end up with this really cool pattern. That's how you do Entrelac. That's really all there is to it.